I want to ask you something. If you hired two different agents to sell your home, one who is average and one who is exceptional, how much of a difference do you think that would actually make? Most people guess a few $1,000s. The reality, on a home worth 800 to 900,000 on the Central Coast, the difference between average and great representation can be $50 to $80,000 after all costs. And I'm not talking about magic. I'm talking about preparation, pricing, and real marketing strategy. And that's exactly what we're going to break down for you. Because if you're thinking about selling your house, whether in 30 days or 12 months, you deserve to know exactly what it takes to do this right. This is the real, honest truth. Let me just give you a clear, transparent picture of where the market is. It's not 2021 when homes sold in 4 days with 10 offers over asking for all cash. It's not even close. What happens right now is the market rewards those who are prepared and punishes those who aren't. We're not seeing the returns we saw 3 to 2 years ago. And here's something a lot of sellers don't fully appreciate. 97% of buyers start their home search online. That means that it matters. Pricing, presentation of your property, staging, everything matters. They're going to be looking at your house at 10 o'clock at night, scrolling on their phone, and they're going to be wondering, is this house worth it? And they probably have seen 40 houses online before they ever go and see one in person. And so there is an online marketing era that you need to get in front of. And here's the thing I want to be straight with you about. There are over 1,200 licensed real estate agents in San Luis Obispo County. Most of them can put sign in your yard, list your home in the MLS, and just wait. But listing a home and selling a home with maximum value and less stress, with less hassle, takes a process. And that's what separates the great agents from the average agents. The average agent maybe just takes some photos on their phone, doesn't really think about it. But a great agent is going to have professional photography, videography, great lighting, drones, and marketing online that will actually make your house sell. The great agent runs a multimedia marketing machine that will generate leads moving here from out of the area to help you sell quicker. And a great agent reviews every term, price, contingency strengths. They go through all of the information in an offer, prepare it for you in plain English, and then presents it to you and negotiates to get you highest and best pricing and terms. And on average, that can save you $50,000 to $80,000 versus what the average agent is leaving on the table. When I work with a seller, I think about the sale in 3 phases. So there's phase 1, which is preparation, phase 2, pricing, and phase 3, marketing and negotiation. And getting all 3 right causes your home to sell faster and for less stress and less hassle. Now let's go through each phase one at a time. Okay, phase 1. So this is where you got to get your house ready for the market. And most sellers underestimate how much this matters. The work you do before your house hits the market determines whether buyers will compete for it or walk past it. Here's the honest framework I like to use every listing client. Okay, think, what does a buyer want? Curb appeal. They want neutral. They want light, bright, and airy. They don't want to have to deal with any repairs at all. And so the more you can take off their plate will put more money in your pocket. Even $500 to $1,500 in upgrades will smooth things out and make it go great. Now, I've seen sometimes sellers go too far out. Like they spend $60K on a remodel that only adds $20K in value. So before you go gung-ho, please spend the time to talk to a real estate professional so you can make sure you get the highest ROI and focus on what's actually going to move the needle and getting your home sold. All right, step 2, pricing. This is the most important thing you can do. And it's the greatest decision you're going to make that will have the biggest impact on your net. And this is a mistake I often see sellers make, pricing it too high. And I understand the instinct. I just want to price it where I have room to negotiate. But buyers who search for real value will never see your house if it's priced above the fair market range. The home's going to sit on the market, days accumulate, and you reduce the price, and then buyers start saying, what's wrong? And so you lose negotiating power starting day one. And homes that overlist end up selling for 5 to 10% below what they should have sold if they had just listed correctly the first time. Inflating a price to win a listing is a common practice in this industry. Sadly, agents will tell you what you want to hear rather than what you need to hear. And I don't do that. I look at the data and I help educate you on what's going on there. And we use smart pricing to help you sell quickly for more money, given the bidding wars that it can create if done well. All right, next is marketing and negotiation. And this is where a good agent's going to actually earn their commission. And so what you need, from drone photos to cinematic video walkthroughs, home inspection reports, everything you can provide upfront to relieve buyers is going to make it go quicker. And we're talking about taking that content, creating that full disclosure packet, and then marketing and blasting that out to brokers, agents, and then every single buyer who's out there right now searching for homes on the Central Coast. And so when you have all that done, we hit every single channel, every single website that is marketing homes. We put together all the information, and we can often get better offers, sometimes cash offers with shortened contingencies. And all that streamlines the process and makes it more likely to sell for you. Okay, now here's what we have to talk about next. There's one more thing I want to cover that most agents skip. You need to know your net proceeds before you decide to sell, not after. Sellers often fixate on the sales price, but they forget about the net between commissions and closing costs and repairs. You could factor in an extra 7 to 9%. And your true net is going to be the purchase price minus those closing costs. So we want to be honest with you upfront and run that calculation so you know what you're working with before you get to the closing table. So that way there's no surprises. So a great agent is going to present that to you. Look, selling a home well isn't complicated, but it does require the right things in order to win, and you need the right people in your corner. Preparation, pricing, negotiation, all of this makes a difference. If you want to learn more about the seller process, we have a blueprint for sellers. And all you have to do is comment seller guide, and we'll give you the biggest mistakes that sellers make and what you can do to prepare your property for market, whether it's 30 days, 12 months, 2 years. You need to start getting your ducks in a row because it matters and it can make a big difference, up to tens of thousands of dollars on your sale price. Okay, if you want access to that, please comment seller guide and we will get you a copy of that. And so my name is Owen Schwaegerle with the Schwaegerle Real Estate Team. We're an independent, family-owned real estate brokerage right here on the Central Coast. Please comment seller guide down below and we'll get you your guide, and we will see you on the next episode.